the ground is hard. We stand before the wall, a broken guard. The rhythm is steady, the ground is hard. He is the God of the impossible, the one who makes the mountains move. When my strength is done and the path is closed, His promise is the only proof. This wall must fall, this chain must break. For the impossible, He will wait. I've measured the height, I've counted the stones. It's too big for my hand, I stand here alone. My logic says retreat, my eyes see the end, a fortress of fear that I cannot transcend. I've tried every tool, I've used every plan, but this giant before me is bigger than man. Just a whisper of doubt in the morning light. Will this darkness ever turn into bright? But I remember the stories, the seas that gave way, the fire that followed the cloud in the day. My weakness is the stage for His power to shine. This human defeat is a victory divine. He's the God of the impossible, the one who makes the mountains move. When my strength is done and the path is closed, His promise is the only proof. This wall must fall, this chain must break. For the impossible, He will await. He didn't ask for a weapon, He asked for a sound, a simple obedience on this barren ground. Just walk in the circle, just trust in the pace. Let the rhythm of faith set the time and the place. The enemy laughs at the silence we keep, but the power of heaven is stirring from sleep. My victory is hidden in the quiet command, the miracle waiting in the palm of His hand. But I remember the stories, the seas that gave way, the fire that followed the cloud in the day. My weakness is the stage for His power to shine. This human defeat is our victory divine. He is the God of the impossible, the one who makes the mountains move. When my strength is done and the path is closed, His promise is the only proof. This wall must fall, this chain must break. For the impossible, He will await. The seventh time comes and the trumpet will blow. I don't need to see it, I just need to know. The structure of fear is built on a lie. It cannot stand when the King passes by. I lift up my voice, not in anger or pride, but in simple belief that He walks by my side. The impossible moment is finally here. The sound of His glory is conquering fear. I hear the cracking, I feel the shift in the air. The weight of the burden is lifted from prayer. The battle was fought in the heaven above, and the victory is sealed by the power of His love. The wall is a witness, a monument now to the God who fulfills every impossible vow. He is the God of the impossible, the one who makes the mountains move. When my strength is done and the path is closed, His promise is the only proof. This wall must fall, this chain must break. the dust, speak to the stone. The God of the living is on his throne. From the impossible life will appear. The sound of the Spirit is conquering fear. Dry bones rise, hear the command. A miracle planted in this barren land. The doctor gave up, the lawyer walked away. My hope is a whisper at the close of the day. I look at the wreckage, the things that are lost. I count the high price, I calculate the cost. It's been too long gone, too broken to mend. The story I fear has come to an end. The logic of man says it's over and done, but the logic of heaven has only begun. But I hear a question, a voice in the breeze. Can these bones live again? Can you believe? My answer is simple, I lift up my hands. Only you know the power, only you understand. Speak to the dust, speak to the stone. The God of the living is on his throne. From the impossible life will appear. The sound of the Spirit is conquering fear. Dry bones rise, hear the command. A miracle planted in this barren land. I'm standing in faith where the evidence lies. A witness to death beneath open skies. I'm not waiting for feeling, I'm waiting for him to fill up the valley, right up to the brim. I prophesy life to the things that are dead. I speak what he told me, the words that he said. The Spirit is moving, a rustle of a wind. The impossible process is starting within. But I hear a question, a voice in the breeze. Can these bones live again? Can you believe? My answer is simple, I lift up my hands. Only you know the power, only you understand. Speak to the dust, speak to the stone. The God of the living is on his throne. From the impossible life will appear. The sound of the Spirit is conquering fear. Dry bones rise, hear the command. A miracle planted in this barren land. I see the sinews, I see the skin. The breath of the Almighty is rushing right in. The army is forming, the impossible done. A victory declared before the rising sun. My faith is restored, my spirit is strong. I sing a new song where I once sang wrong. He took the impossible and made it his stage. chapter into a new page. This is the power that breaks every grave, the love that descends just to rescue and save. I will not doubt what my eyes have now seen. The God of the future, the God that has been. He specializes only in things that are lost. He pays the full price, no matter the cost. Speak to the dust, speak to the stone. The God of the living is on his throne. From the impossible life will appear. The sound of the Spirit is conquering fear. Dry bones rise, hear the command. A miracle planted in this barren land. The valley is full, the silence is gone. A chorus of praise from the early dawn. The rhythm of life is the rhythm of grace. I stand in the open, in this holy place. The path is closed, a final test before the promise is disclosed. The water is deep, the path is closed. The sea will part, the water will stand when the staff of faith is raised by his hand. No turning back, no place to hide. The God of the breakthrough is on our side. The impossible road is the one he makes, for his glory's sake, for his promise sake. The sound of the chariots is close to my ear. The panic is rising, the shadow of fear. We're trapped by the ocean, the mountains are high. There's nowhere to run, just the sea and the sky. My heart is complaining, my spirit is weak. I look for a way out, a word he might speak. The end of the journey seems closer than grace. I'm stuck in the middle of this lonely place, but the cloud is still moving, the fire is still bright. He hasn't abandoned us in the dark of the night. He said, stand still and watch what I do. The miracle is coming, faithful and true. The sea will part, the water will stand when the staff of faith is raised by his hand. No turning back, no place to hide. The God of the breakthrough is on our side. The impossible road is the one he makes, for his glory's sake, for his promise sake. Just wood and a rock, but in the right moment it's the power of God. It's not about magic, it's not about skill. It's simple obedience to his sovereign will. I lift up the promise above the deep blue, and the ocean remembers the one who is true. The wind starts to blow, the water divides. The impossible pathway is where he now guides. But the cloud is still moving, the fire is still bright. He hasn't abandoned us in the dark of the night. He said, stand still and watch what I do. The miracle is coming, faithful and true. The sea will part, the water will stand when the staff of faith is raised by his hand. No turning back, no place place to hide. The God of the breakthrough is on our side. The impossible road is the one He makes for His glory's sake, for His promise sake. Dry ground where water once flowed. The weight of the past is a story untold. The walls of the ocean are standing so tall, a witness to power that answers the call. The impossible journey is now underway. He made a new path on this very day. I sing of His greatness, I sing of His might. He turned the deep darkness into glorious light. I will not forget the moment I saw the water obey His eternal law. The enemy's plan was defeated and drowned on impossible paths. Salvation was found, my future is sealed by the miracle past. His faithfulness always forever will last. Oh, the sea will part, the water will stand when the staff of faith is raised by His hand. No turning back, no place to hide. The God of the breakthrough is on our side. The impossible road is the one He makes for His glory's sake, for His promise sake. The rhythm of freedom is steady and strong. The sea is behind us where we don't belong. The rhythm of faith is the rhythm of grace. I stand in the open in this holy place. Is tossed. All human effort is counted as loss. The wind is strong, the boat is tossed. I will walk on the water if He calls my name, leaving the safety, forgetting the shame. The impossible step is the start of the sign, to prove that His power is greater than mine. My eyes on the Master, the storm can't win. The miracle starts when I step right in. The fourth watch of the night, the darkness is deep. My tired eyes are struggling to keep. I see a figure approaching, a shadow on the wave. Is it a ghost or the one who can save? My heart is a drum beating fast in my chest. I'm putting His promise to the ultimate test. The waves are too high, physics are clear. out to me, don't stay in the boat. A single command is the life-saving note. I'm stepping away from the comfort I know, to the place where His glory is ready to show.
I will walk to her if He calls my name,
Leaving the safety, forgetting the shame. The impossible step is the start of the sign, to prove that His power is greater than mine. My eyes on the Master, the storm can't win. The miracle starts when I step right in. The moment my foot left the wood and the deck, I felt the impossible holding my neck. The water was solid, the wind was still loud. I stood on the promise above the dark cloud. But I looked at the chaos, the power of the sea, and the doubt started pulling the miracle from me. I started to sink, the gravity won. The faith of a moment was suddenly done. He said, come out to me, don't stay in the boat. A single command is the life-saving note. I'm stepping away from the comfort I know, to the place where His glory is ready to show.
I wanna walk
If He calls my name, leaving the safety, forgetting the shame. The impossible step is the start of the sign, to prove that His power is greater than mine. My eyes on the Master, the storm can't win. The miracle starts when I step right in. His hand reached out quickly, He didn't delay. He pulled me from sinking and showed me the way. Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt? The question is gentle, the lesson rings out. The miracle isn't the walking, it's Him, the power that holds me right up to the brim. I'm back in the boat, but I'm not the same man. I've seen the impossible, I understand His plan. The wind is now quiet, the waves are at peace. The lesson of trusting will never decrease. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what His power will never refuse. I'll keep my eyes fixed on the one who can save, the Master of physics, the Lord of the way. I will walk if He calls my name, leaving the safety, forgetting the shame. The impossible step is the start of the sign, to prove that His power is greater than mine. My eyes on the Master, the storm can't win. The miracle starts when I step right in. Is the rhythm of trust. He lifts up the broken from the sinking dust. The rhythm of faith is the rhythm of grace. I stand in the open in this holy place. Slowly fade. They sealed up the broken, the darkness is gone. A new rhythm starts with the break of the dawn. The seal is broken, the darkness is gone. The stone is rolled, the grave is empty now. The impossible promise fulfilled by his vow. Death had its moment, but life has the key. The God of the breakthrough set the captive free. He specializes in things that are seen. The greatest of miracles has been revealed. They seal up the tomb, they set up the guard. They thought they had won, they thought it was hard. The end of the story, the final defeat, the silence of sorrow, bitter and sweet. My own situations are sealed up and bound. No human solution can ever be found. The weight of the burden is heavy and cold. A story of failure that's often been told. But the earth started shaking, the angels came down to remove the defeat and put on the crown. The power of heaven can't be held by a stone. The victory is coming, he's claiming his own. The stone is rolled, the grave is empty now. The impossible promise fulfilled by his vow. Death had its moment, but life has the key. The God of the breakthrough set the captive free. He specializes in things that are seen. The greatest of miracles has been revealed. The women came early with spices and tears. They carried the sorrow of all of their fears. They wondered who'd move the impossible way. The barrier standing outside of the gate, but the problem was solved before they arrived. The power of resurrection had already thrived. The impossible question was answered with light. The darkness was conquered by glorious might. Ooh, but the earth started shaking, the angels came down to remove the defeat and put on the crown. The power of heaven can't be held by a stone. The victory is coming, he's claiming his own. The stone is rolled, the grave is empty now. The impossible promise fulfilled by his vow. Death hopes that were buried, the words that were said. I lift up my eyes to the empty tomb sign to claim the same power, the victory divine. The impossible barrier is nothing to him. He breaks every seal right up to the brim. I walk in the freedom that death couldn't hold, a story of glory that must be retold. Ooh, the resurrection power is living in me to set every captive and every soul free. I will not be bound by the limits of man. I'm walking in victory, part of his plan. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what his power will never refuse. The stone is rolled, the grave is empty now. The impossible promise fulfilled by his vow. Death at its moment, but life has the key. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na, 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 na. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the cupboard is bare, the dead is high. I look to the heavens with a desperate cry. The cupboard is bare, the debt is high. Just a little oil, just a little seed is all that he needs to meet every need. He multiplies the little that's left. The God of abundance, he covers the debt from the impossible zero. He makes it overflow. The miracle starts with the faith that we sow. The creditors knock, the fear is so real. The weight of the burden, the pain that I feel. I've sold all I had, there's nothing to give. I don't know how my children are going to live. The logic of finance says it's over and done. The battle is lost before it's begun. I search through the house for a final resort, but all I can find is a single small source. But the prophet is asking, what do you have here? A question of faith to conquer the fear. It's not about quantity, it's about the command. The power of heaven is in his own hand. Just a little oil, just a little seed is all that he needs to meet every need. He multiplies a little that's left. The God of abundance, he covers the debt from the impossible zero. He makes it overflow. The miracle starts with the faith that we sow. I gather the vessels, I borrow and seek the empty containers, the broken and weak. I pour out the oil, a stream starts to flow, a river of blessing, a glorious show. It fills up the first power that made the small portion glad. But the prophet is asking, what do you have here? A question of faith to conquer the fear. It's not about quantity, it's about the command. The power of heaven is in his own hand. Oh, just a little oil, just a little seed is all that he needs to meet every need. He multiplies the little that's left. The God of abundance, he covers the debt from the impossible zero. He makes it overflow. The miracle starts with the faith that we sow. Vessels are full, the pouring must cease. The debt is now paid, I'm standing in peace. The impossible moment has come and has gone. The rhythm of blessing continues till dawn. I sell the abundance, I pay what I owe. The seed of my faith was the reason it grew. He took the small offering, the little I gave, and showed me the power that only can save. Oh, I will not despise the day of small things, for the power of heaven is what the Lord brings. Impossible is just a word that we use to describe what his power will never refuse. Oh, my trust is not placed in the size of my store, but in the great God who can always give more. Oh, just a little oil, just a little seed is all that he needs to meet every need. He multiplies the little that's left. The God of abundance, he covers the debt from the impossible zero. He makes it overflow. The miracle starts with the faith that we sow. The rhythm of plenty is steady and deep. The promises he makes, he always will keep. The rhythm of faith is the rhythm of grace. I stand in the open, in this holy place. Oh, yeah.
crowd is hungry, the day is long. We need a miracle to make us strong. The crowd is hungry, the day is long. Yeah, 5 loaves and 2 fish, that's all we can find. God of the harvest will leave none behind. He takes the small portion, He blesses the few, and feeds the impossible, faithful and true. The table is set in the wilderness wide. The God of the overflow is here to provide. We sent them away, but they stayed for the word. A hunger for truth that must be now heard. But the sun is descending, the stomach is empty. The problem before us is far too plenty. 200 denarii wouldn't cover the cost. The human solution is utterly lost. We look at the thousands, the women and men, and wonder how we can feed them again. But a boy has a basket, a simple small gift, a moment of faith that gives the whole lift. It's not what we have, but the hand that will bless, turning the little into great success. 5 loaves and 2 fish, that's all we can find. But the God of the harvest will leave none behind. He takes the small portion, He blesses the few, and feeds the impossible, faithful and true. The table is set in the wilderness wide. The God of the overflow is here to provide. He told them to sit, to rest on the grass, a moment of order before the great pass. He lifted the bread, He gave thanks to the sky. The power of heaven was ready to fly. The disciples are breaking, the food starts to grow. A continuous miracle, a glorious flow. The impossible math is now making sense. The God of creation defies all defense. But a boy has a basket, a simple small gift, a moment of faith that gives the whole lift. It's not what we have, but the hand that will bless, turning the little into great success. 5 loaves and 2 fish, that's all we can find. But the God of the harvest will leave none behind. He takes the small portion, He blesses the few, and feeds the impossible, faithful and true. The table is set in the wilderness wide. The God of the overflow is here to provide. The fragments, the baskets were full, more than we started, defying the rule. 12 baskets remaining, a witness to grace, the impossible provision in this lonely place. I look at my life and the lack that I see, and remember the power that's working for me. He took my small offering, my weakness, my all, and used it to answer the impossible call. I will not worry about what I don't know, for the seed of the miracle is already sown. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what His power will never refuse. My trust is in Him, the provider, the King, the one who can make the small portion. Now sing 5 loaves and 2 fish, that's all we can find. But the God of the harvest will leave none behind. He takes the small portion, He blesses the few, and feeds the impossible,
Ooh, yeah. 4 days in the tomb, the stone is sealed. The final verdict has been revealed. 4 days in the tomb, the stone is sealed. Yeah. Lazarus, come forth. Hear the command. The power of heaven is in his hand. He speaks to the silence. He speaks to the dust. The God of the impossible, in him we must trust. The grave clothes are falling. The darkness is gone. The miracle starts before the break of the dawn. The sisters are weeping. The sorrow is deep. The promise of healing he failed to keep. If you had been here, he wouldn't have died. The pain of the question they cannot now hide. The smell of the decay, the final goodbye, the human perspective beneath the dark sky. It's too late for medicine, too late for a prayer. The finality of death is hanging in the air. But he stands at the tomb and he lifts up his eyes. He's calling the future from where the past lies. He said, I am the light and the resurrection, the impossible moment of divine connection. Lazarus, come forth. Hear the command. The power of heaven is in his hand. He speaks to the silence. He speaks to the dust. The God of the impossible, in him we must trust. The grave clothes are falling. The darkness is gone. The miracle starts before the break of the dawn. He told them to roll the impossible stone, to witness the power that's uniquely his own. He didn't whisper a spell, he didn't just pray. He spoke with authority, chasing death away. The word is a seed, the word is a sword. The power of life is released by the Lord. The heart starts to beat, the breath rushes in. The impossible victory starts to begin. But he stands at the tomb and he lifts up his eyes. He's calling the future from where the past lies. He said, I am the light and the resurrection, the impossible moment of divine connection. Lazarus, come forth. Hear the command. The power of heaven is in his hand. He speaks to the silence. He speaks to the dust. The God of the impossible, in him we must trust. The grave clothes are falling. The darkness is gone. The miracle starts before the break of the dawn. and the things that are bound, the dead situation on this lonely ground. I claim the same power, the word that He spoke, to break every chain, to remove every yoke. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what His power will never refuse. I'm walking in freedom, the grave clothes are gone. The miracle started before the break of dawn. I will not accept the finality of man. I'm trusting the power of His eternal plan. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what His power will never refuse. He is the light, He is the way. He turns the dark night into glorious day. Lazarus, come forth, hear the command. The power of heaven is in His hand. He speaks to the silence, He speaks to the dust. The God of the impossible, in Him we must trust. The rhythm of life is steady and deep. The promises He makes, He always will keep. The rhythm of faith is the rhythm of grace. I stand in the open, in this holy place, this holy place. Oh. The sound of the worship is conquering fear. The chains are heavy, the guards are near. The prison doors open when the praise goes up. He fills up the silence, He empties the cup. The impossible freedom is coming right now. The chains must be broken, the darkness must bow. No human key needed, no lock can withstand. The earthquake of glory is in His command. Na 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 na. Midnight is here, the darkest of hours. I'm bound by the system, the human powers. My hands are in iron, my feet are in stocks. I'm waiting for morning, defying the clocks. The walls are so thick, the stone is so cold. A story of suffering that must be untold. I look at my future and all I can see is the end of the road, the final decree. But I lift up my voice, not in anger or plea, but in simple devotion, just Him and just me. The worship is rising above the dark cell, a sound that the darkness can never compel. The prison doors open when the praise goes up. He fills up the silence, He empties the cup. The impossible freedom is coming right now. The chains must be broken, the darkness must bow. No human key needed, no lock can withstand. The earthquake of glory is in His command.
the foundation in so many ways. The gods are asleep, but the angels are near. The power of heaven is conquering fear. The chains start to rattle, the iron gives way. The impossible freedom is starting today. The doors swing wide open, no hand has to push. The power of worship is the final rush. But I lift up my voice not in anger or plea, but in simple devotion, just him and just me. The worship is rising above the dark cell, a sound that the darkness can never compare. The prison doors open when the praise goes up. He fills up the silence, he empties the cup. The impossible freedom is coming right now. The chains must be broken, the darkness must bow. No human key needed, no lock can withstand. The earthquake of glory is in his command. The path is now clear. The impossible moment has conquered the fear. The rhythm of freedom is guiding my feet. The victory is final, the blessing is sweet. I leave the old bondage, the chains on the floor. I'm walking in purpose, I'm serving the Lord. He took the impossible and made it a stage. He turned a dark chapter into a new page. I will not forget the power of the song, the worship that breaks where I don't belong. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what his power will never refuse. My trust is in him, the deliverer, the king, the one who can make the dark prison now sing. The prison doors open when the praise goes up. He fills up the silence, he empties the cup. The impossible freedom is coming right now. The chains must be broken, the darkness must bow. No human key needed, no lock can withstand. The earthquake of glory is in his command. Is steady and deep. The promises he makes, he always will keep. The rhythm of faith is a rhythm of grace. I stand in the open in this holy place. Lord, is unclear, but the sound of the Master is drawing me near. The darkness is heavy, the path is unclear. The blind man sees, the deaf man hears. He's wiping away all the impossible tears. The God of the healing is walking this way. darkness to glorious day. No human cure needed, no doctor can mend. The miracle starts where the human ends. I've sat by the roadside for so many years, collecting the pity, consumed by my fears. The world is a shadow, a whisper, a sound. The light of the morning can never be found. The experts all told me this is your fate, the impossible barrier outside of the gate. I've accepted the verdict, yeah, the final decree, that this is the life that is waiting for me. Yeah, but I hear the commotion, the sound of the crowd, the name of the healer is spoken out loud. I cry out in faith, I refuse to be still. Have mercy upon me according to your will. The blind man sees, the deaf man hears. He's wiping away all the impossible tears. The God of the healing is walking this way, turning the darkness to glorious day. No human cure needed, no doctor can mend. The miracle starts where the human ends. They told me to quiet, to hold back my plea, but this is the moment that's waiting for me. He stops in the chaos, he calls out my name. The power of heaven is changing the game. He asks a simple question: what do you want me to do? My answer is simple: I wanna see you. He speaks just a word, a command, a decree, and the darkness is lifted, the light rushes in free. Yeah, but I hear the commotion, the sound of the crowd, the name of the healer is spoken out loud. I cry out in faith, I refuse to be still. Have mercy upon me according to your will. The blind man sees, the deaf man hears. He's wiping away all the impossible tears. The God of the healing is walking this way, turning the darkness to glorious day. No human cure needed, no doctor can mend. The miracle starts where the human ends. I see the colors, the faces, the sky. The tears of the miracle fall from my eye. I follow the master, the one who can save, the power that conquered the impossible grave. My life is a witness, a story retold of the power of healing, more precious than gold. He took the impossible and made it his stage. He turned a dark chapter into a new page. I will not go back to the darkness I knew. My faith is now silent. sight, my promise is true. The impossible is just a word that we use to describe what His power will never refuse. I'm walking in light, I'm walking in grace, I'm standing in purpose in this holy place. The blind man sees, the deaf man hears, He's wiping away all the impossible tears. The God of the healing is walking this way, turning the darkness to glorious day. No human cure needed, no doctor can mend. The miracle starts where the human